is in my head. You raise the blade, you make the change, you rearrange me till I'm sane. You lock the door and throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. And if the cloud bursts, thunder in your ear, you shout and no one seems to hear. And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I see you on the dark side of the moon.
All that you touch, and all that you see, and all that you taste, all you feel, and all that you love, and all that you hate, and all you distrust, all you save, and all that you give, and all that you deal, and all that you buy, beg, borrow, or steal, and all you create, and all you destroy, and all that you do, and all that you say, and all that you eat, and everyone you meet, and all that you slide, and everyone you fight, and all that is now, and all that is done, and all that's to come, and everything under the sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon.
There is no dark side of the moon, really. As a matter of fact, it's hard dub. I and I the mad bumble cloud years. I and I always the mad. You know say the mad. Like the news to we are. You make we explain the mad. You make we not mad.
be afraid to care. Leave, but don't leave me. Look around and choose your own ground. Long you live, the higher you fly, the smile you give, the tears you cry. All you touch and all you see is all your life will ever be. Run, rabbit, run. Dig that hole, forget the sun. When at last the work is done, don't sit down, it's time to dig another one. Long you live, the higher you fly, but only if you ride the tide.
Actually, no, it's a hill.
Is it on, guys?
We are.
Oh, all right. Okay, because I can't see. I'm on the link that you guys sent me, and I did not see it. All right. So, hi, you guys. This is Sweet Bees. How is everybody today? I'm really happy to be here and to be supported by McCurdy Pharaoh and Blacklist today. I have a special guest today, Serm, the Holy Man from Housebrand.
What up? How we doing?
How you doing, Serm? Thank you so much for joining and being on the show today. I really appreciate you.
You know,
Serm and I go back. We met at E-sesh a while ago, maybe about 2 years ago. And since then, we've definitely supported each other, looked out for each other's businesses, bought each other's products and all that stuff. So I'm really happy to have you here, Serm. I really appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead and interview you today, sir, if you don't mind.
no problem at all.
All right. So I just want to talk about some of his products really quick, you guys. Serm is the producer or the owner of the Housebrand. And the Housebrand specializes in high-end concentrates. Just some really, really good concentrates. Some of their most popular products are some of the products that they have done their collabs with. I believe it was Got Bars and IOG is probably two of their most popular.
Definitely.
And what they do is they just choose some of their favorite flavors and they get them from the growers, and then Housebrand processes it. So that's what they do. And speaking of collabs, what do you like most about collabing, Serm?
Just getting, first of all of our collabs are done with people that we work with like family. So every time we see us do a collab, it's like folding in a new member of the family, like another birth. You know what I mean? So it's always good for us because it gets us to a much more familiar zone with other companies, and it makes us really reevaluate what we're doing and how we can do more and what more we can do, what we can change, and what's worked and not worked. It does a really good job of keeping us honest. You know what I mean? Because
Right,
it's a new, you can't expect to just drop the same stuff, you know?
Exactly. You're establishing relationships with good people that you can continue to work with in the future. So definitely important.
Cultivating new relationships. You know what I mean? I'm not a grower, but the growth that I see on a daily basis is in the marketing side of the company itself, you know?
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about yourself, sir.
Well, I mean, there's not much to tell. Honestly, I'm a 27-year-old dude from LA. A lot of people think that I'm white. I'm not. It's hilarious. My family's from Chile. I'm actually the first
Gotcha.
one of my family born here. Um, I'd like to think that I'm somebody who believes in fairness. You know what I mean? I come from a big family with a lot of brothers, and fairness is something that I've always kind of longed and sought after as far as like a character trait for myself. Um, Sometimes people are assholes. I give that same energy right back. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're super awesome, and I want to help them out in any way I can. Um, I do that. You know what I mean? Like that's just who I am. Like anybody who's met me and anybody who's fucks around with me on a real basis knows that if I got a jacket on and I'm not cold, you know what I mean? Like you're cold, I got you. Just bring it back to me. Don't even trip. You don't got money to go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas. Well, I'll pay for it. You know what I mean? Like that's just the guy I am. I'm not here to make $1 million and get rich off of everybody else's hard work. You know, I want to put in my time, make what's fair to me, and then go on about my life. You know, eventually probably raise some alpacas or something. Who knows?
That's why I have a lot of love and respect for you, because since day one, since I met you, you've been super real. I'm Chicana as well. I'm from LA.
Right
I'm
on.
mixed, so I totally resonate with that. And
You have a little. If
huh?
if I remember correct, you said you were Mexican and Jewish, correct?
I am. You just put me on blast right now. But thank you for that, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a Mexijew, a Juju bean, whatever you want to call me. But yeah, so that's dope. I think it's really cool. We definitely had a good bond. I have a lot of respect for you. I think you're a really good businessman. You're definitely very humble. I see that for sure. And I mean, every time at the sesh, you would just always look out for me, be like, you know, B, hook me up every time, you know? So I really, really appreciate you for that. Do you remember some of the products that you tried at some of the sessions?
Oh yeah, I remember quite a bit of them. I'm trying to find the YouTube page.
Oh, I didn't send you that list. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I totally fucked up.
But we're going down to 4th, and I do remember the first stuff I've tried. I remember
I used to make cupcakes mostly.
I tried
Cookies.
cake
gummies.
that I bought for Halloween was probably
The
my
cake.
favorite I've tried, and
The
honestly,
brand?
so goddamn strong that I just remember eating like a third of it with Nick. And then, and then he had like a bite of it, and he's just like, "Yo, I don't know if I can leave."
No, bro.
Yeah,
I know a little better. That thing is strong.
Yeah, so
dude, I love Nick. He's so dope. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. He was kind of upset at me. He saw me the next time at the sesh, and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck, B?" He's like, "That shit was way too strong." Like, no, like I said, I warned you. I mean, I always warn people, but it's like they don't believe me or something.
And we're big smokers, so
caught us by surprise.
He caught us. He caught us off guard. Holy shit!
Has anyone else here tried any Sweet Bees products or any house brand products? If you have, comment down below. We can see you here in the chat, so we're definitely able to interact with you guys. So just go ahead and comment down below, you guys, if the chat.
Feel free to chime in. I don't want to think that this is, you know, we're hanging out with you guys. We're on this hour with you guys. While we're at it, why don't you plug in the YouTube, the name of the YouTube that we should look up in the search bar?
It's the 420 E-sesh. Hold on. So go ahead and go onto YouTube and check out the 420 E-sesh. All my followers, or a lot of my followers, I posted it on my story, and also I sent out like a mass DM to a bunch of people. So check that out. You can
there it is.
see it directly. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I got you guys.
All right, send it out to all your friends, you guys, if you're watching now, so that you can see what's going on. Also, please subscribe. We need like only 45 or 50 more subscribers in order for us to, I don't know. Omar, yeah. Anyways, I have no idea, but we need 50 more subscribers. So if you guys don't mind, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
That's hilarious.
So let's go ahead and get into more of these interview questions with you real quick, if you don't mind, sir. So what is it that you make? What is it that the house brand produces?
Well, like you said earlier, we do a lot of high-end concentrates and waxes. Mostly we specialize in like diamonds and sauces. We do a lot of wet and dry batters. But we're a contract concentrate company, meaning that growers and legal companies will contract process the material for them. Because let's face it, nobody's good at everything. You know what I mean? I'd rather somebody be an
Sorry about the
expert.
background noise.
Huh?
Go
I'd
ahead,
rather-
sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'd rather have a guy who's a master at growing than somebody who's just okay at it, you know, and vice
Totally
versa.
agree.
And yeah, no, we're a contract company. We do that. We make sure that everything comes out super clean, super tasty. Clean is the number one thing, but our biggest mission is going to be making sure that wax is affordable. We don't like to see people process material and then charge $500 a gram or $100 a gram or $120 a gram. That shit gets stale quick. You know what I mean? Like,
Preach. That's
Re-
real.
like-
That is
like-
so real.
I understand. Like, I've worked for a living. I've owned businesses. I'm only 27. I've owned a food truck. I've worked as a chef at a hotel that was like #1 in the area. I've done
Wow.
I've done all kinds of odd jobs. Flip around. And straight up, like, I don't treat this like my job. I treat this like it's kind of my civic duty. You know what I mean? Like, this is something I have to do, because if I don't do it, then who's gonna fucking do it? You know what I mean? And if I don't do it, you guys are gonna pay $20 more a gram all day, $60, $80 a gram, $90, $100 a gram all day, and I can't see that. That shit sucks. I've done that, and that shit sucks. I'm good on that. I smoke my own
I'm
shit.
right in the middle there because I do spend a lot of money on rosin. I do. I'm just like exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is about quality over quantity for me.
Yeah.
And I would rather spend a little bit more on quality than end up with something that might get me sick, because I have health issues and stuff like that too. That's the main reason why I smoke certain things. And why I eat edibles for certain things. You know what I mean? I have like specific uses for each.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you do too, for sure.
Of course, I don't expect people to smoke like I smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely not.
not at all. What I would say is, I understand paying that much, but you don't need to. But why pay?
I want someone to meet me in the middle. I feel like what you're saying is so fair, and I am so down. So when you got some of that like fire ass rosin for less than $100, you know, like less than $80, $60, then yeah, holler at me.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've done it. I've spent $300 on a bottle jar of rosin. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, they got me 60 all the way up. Fuck it, worth it. You know?
Right?
But I personally, I can't sit there and say that I want everybody to do that. That doesn't make sense. That's just,
I agree. And not everyone can. So why the fuck? I mean, every once in a while, I don't want to spend that much money. I really don't.
Fuck up your wallet, bro. You got shit you want to save up for, bro. Get that. But at the same time, I don't ever want to be. That's why we're where we at on the pricing, because I don't ever want to be on the, oh, you guys are cheap. Like, yeah, we're affordable, not cheap. Our shit's
Your
super
product is clean. It's organic.
top
You're
notch.
high quality, man. I'm telling you. If you guys
That's
have
why
tried those brand stuff, like it speaks for itself. So
Exactly.
you're good.
Why I just want to make sure I emphasize that. I do understand spending it though. I can't even, you know what I mean? I couldn't even imagine. Like, if everybody did it though, I'd see a lot more people on skateboards. You know what I mean? A lot more people not driving.
Yeah.
Expensive.
No, it's
You
so
know?
true. We're going through this right now. We're going through a lot of things right now. And yeah, it makes more sense if we can just meet each other in the middle. Like, you know, obviously we know that our growers and everybody else, we're spending more money, and so we have to charge more and all that good stuff. But at the same time, there are people that are struggling out here. And like you said, you have to be fair and be humble and help your community out at the end of the day, period.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's the way I think about it. We have clientele in different cities and states across the nation. we've seen different continents and stuff with it. But I don't ever want anybody to get it misconstrued. I'm doing this for my community. I want LA to be able to smoke healthily, cleanly, and at an affordable, reasonable price.
Yeah.
That is my goal right now. And I want LA to fucking succeed. I
I
want
agree.
everybody to win. Don't get me wrong. But right now, I need to see LA winning in a big way. Not smoking some dark ass shit. Not, you know what I mean? Not taking big ass fat glob and some shit that's gonna hurt you. Not
that
taking
part. That part. That's super like
some
important
big
to
rock.
me.
You found some material that somebody was throwing away, and so you made rosin out of it and are selling that at the same price I sell my shit for. You're not in the same league. I'm sorry. You're not. What we're doing here is for the safety of the community. And quite frankly, if you're not with that, you know what I mean? There's only two options with house brand. There's only ever going to be two options. You can either smoke it or you can say fuck that. You know what I mean? Because quite frankly, anything in between is you're lying to yourself or you're lying to me. And you don't gotta lie to me. I'm your boy. You know, keep it 100.
So why did you get into this industry? Like, how did you get into it to begin with in the first place?
I started with edibles actually. Me and my brother started.
Hey.
Yeah, we were in High Times magazine within the first 6 months of starting our company. We were winning awards, getting shout outs. We did a Thanksgiving spread for High Times magazine. We were fully decarboxylizing weed for edibles, which basically means activating it using heat, not burning it, but activating it for consumption. And
Right.
we were doing that before a lot of other people were, and they weren't fully decarboxylizing it. Like they were getting it to where it's like 70% bioavailable or active. You know what I mean? Whereas our stuff, we were hitting like the low 90s, like 92% active, because we were doing it the right way with a slow and low technique. You know, I had a blast with that, but we weren't making money because there was just too many people at the table. You know,
Yeah.
we did the R&A, the R&D with my brother, and we learned how to do everything. And it hit a point where we were like, you know what, you do this, okay? I'm gonna go just work and find something else for me to do. And I worked around the industry. We had thrown events. My brother was still doing the edibles. I was helping out for free. You know what I mean? But I was working in other fields and learning other things. And I met other people. And one of the people I met was House Brand.
What it's all about, connections.
Yeah, it was literally the second session they'd ever done.
Mhm.
Session they did before that, the week before that, was I was actually at as True Bionic Treats, not House Brand. And so my table set up right here, they're set up right across from me in over one. And I'm like, oh, I don't know who those guys are, but it looks like they're doing something. You know what I mean? And I started talking to them and fucking with them, and we became friends before we started working. And it just so happened that there was a lot of similarities. You know what I mean? I have a lot of family from East LA. I have a lot of family from the South Bay. He has his wife's from the South Bay. His family's from East LA. You know, like, and so like I tell stories and he tells stories, and then it. You know what I mean? Like it was like this guy gets it, but he's so much older than me. So
Yeah.
I kind of fell in places. Look, I'm just gonna learn whatever I can while I'm here. I don't have to necessarily work here, but whenever I come here, I'm just gonna learn as much as I can. You know, and not like take notes and shit like that, but just like pay attention and pick up on nuances and shit. And
It's really important. That's what I did. Oh,
yeah,
where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
sorry, I got
I
incoming
lost you
call.
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, incoming call. But honestly, it shaped. Oh, sorry, my cousin forgot I'm on his fucking show. No, it
Oh, you're
shaped me
green now.
who I am. You know, and I like that. I like that I've stopped doing the 9 to 5 every day, you know, same thing every day job to do something that I love and have fun doing every day. Like I've worked my ass off for the last week, and I'm literally on call with you, hanging out, smoking fat, headed to Vegas. Like you can't beat it.
I'm glad you're here, sir.
You know, I can't. You can't beat it. I'm not saying I did anything special, dude. I just put time in and worked my ass off. You do that, you can't lose. That's why I'm the champ. I've already lost too much. I'm gonna start winning from here on out. I'm the champ.
That part. Shit. All right, sir. So what have you learned from being in this industry? What's the most important thing you think you learned?
So I think that question, I've learned two things. One, if you want it, go get it. Period. Doesn't matter what it is. You want it, you can have it. Go put the work in and go get that shit. It'll happen.
Preach.
It'll happen. It'll happen. The second thing I learned is who you surround yourself with is going to determine how far you go and how fast. If you decide to be around people that are, for all intents and purposes, just fuckboys, they're just going to fuck off. You know what I mean? If you're around people who are genuinely building a brand and trying to build something that their kids can fucking be seeing and trying to leave a mark in history of cannabis, you're going to be in a position where opportunity throws itself at you in really weird, random ways. And I know that because I've been at karaoke parties, at karaoke bars for my friends' birthdays and shit. And the dude that he sat me next to is a grower out of this area, and we fucking work together. Or I've been at like a children's party for my niece, and one of the other dads was like, "Hey man, do you smoke?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, cool. I process for this, that, and the other. We're always looking for new clients." I'm like, "Yo, I work with House Brand." You know what I mean? We started another relationship like that, you know? And it's just such a beautiful thing because money could easily do that. If you're making money with somebody doing something, cool. You're going to get a bond. But you can get that same bond with weed, and it's just so pure. If you walk down the street, probably before coronavirus, but if you're walking down the street, we're good right here. Yeah. If you're walking down the street and somebody's was smoking a joint and they're like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, let me hit that, and you pass it to them, and you just watch their eyes light up from hitting the joint because it's stupid fire weed. You know what I mean? Like, you can't replace that feeling. You're never gonna get that feeling back. Like even just smoking with somebody like this, like I can see you getting slowly higher and higher and more relaxed and more comfortable. And like,
definitely,
you can't replace that. Like, there's just like, it's like, have you ever heard of vinegar strokes?
What is it called?
Vinegar strokes.
What is that?
It's like the face you make right before you're about to come.
Okay. Right? Tell me more.
But that.
Wait, like, I think my mom is watching. I'm so sorry, Mom. It's okay though, but keep going.
Her specifically, not saying anybody. Hold on, time out. Let me be very clear. Vinegar strokes could be guy or girl. That's but I think getting high is the closest thing you can do with your clothes on to watch change in that same way. You know
shit! I made that face. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Now, that's on her. I didn't do that shit. That's on her. But no, yeah.
You set me up. You set me up.
I like that part of smoking. I like that you can sit there and bullshit and get high and you just watch people's guards go down. That's something so unique about smoking. You don't get that with anything else. With alcohol, for me anyways, I usually get more defensive. I start sipping alcohol and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck you want?"
You're like, "What are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that?" You just speak more of your truth. You know the person hates you. They've been hating you. Fuck it.
I give people that look.
But you're drunk and you're an asshole all of a sudden, just like them.
Yeah, exactly. I just fall into their zone. Fuck that.
Weed, it's the opposite. You look at them, you're like, "Damn, you're a stupid motherfucker. I'm high as shit. Whatever."
I just like, "Yo, this guy's lost. Ooh, I don't know what he's looking at." Hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. That's something
like, here, hit this shit, man. Hit this shit.
This guy stole my joint. Hold on, I got another one. You want to get food or what?
Were you on something?
I'll go.
All right.
I wanted that joint. So
has anyone here tried House Brand products? What's your favorite product from their brand? What's your favorite product, sir? What do you like best?
From which brand? Mine?
Yep.
Oh man, it's a toss up for sure. It's gonna be a toss up between either the Terp Sundays and any of our baller jars. Our baller jars are usually like the best stuff in house or small grow. So like for example, we work with a guy, Blue Ribbon Industries, and he does small boutique grow organic flower only.
Nice.
So sometimes he doesn't want to buy it all back, and he just goes, "Why don't you sell it all?" And we go, "Yeah. There's only fucking 40 grams. Yeah, we'll sell it. It's not a problem." So we take the 40 grams and I put it in 4 big 10-gram jars. My God, the flavor on those boutique grows are so stupid.
Yes. All
Oh
about
my-
the flavors. I'm all about that. I was just talking to my friend about that. He said sometimes he goes and to the dispensary and they're like, oh, well, the higher THC content and this and that. He's like, I'm not here for that. I want flavors.
Flavors, mad flavors. We work with IOG and they got some fucking flavors. They got a
Nice.
sorbet, a raspberry cheesecake, Kush.
What's your
Kush
favorite strain?
of all time? I'm gonna say probably the Paris. When Paris first
Paris
dropped.
OG?
Yeah,
Okay.
Paris OG dropped. That was probably one of my favorite shits. It's still like to this day the gassy notes and the sweetness at the end of it, just how flavorful it is. Like I remember rolling up so much of that, and then I remember the planets, smoking like Pluto and Saturn and Mars OG, like all of those. Those were all really good at the time too. I remember a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm smoking this peanut butter mints. Shit's fucking me up. It's a
Nice. Shit.
peanut butter breath mint crossed with the thin mints. What are you smoking on?
Oh my God. My friend brought over some 710 labs. And hold on. What did you bring? He called it some booty something. Yeah, I'm talking to you. What did you bring? Booty cream. It's a mix of bootylicious and what? Orange cream. And what else? Here, let's see. We got a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. I have
Hey,
something
next
else.
time-
Another friend brought him. Go ahead, son.
There it is. That was fire.
You see it?
Yeah.
This right here is some Percy rosin booty orange cream. I called it booty cream. I don't know if I should say that. Sorry again, Mom. Sorry.
Sorry, Mom.
Percy rosin OGKB.
Oh, that's fire.
Flavor.
How's the flavor on it?
Huh?
How's the flavor?
Everything is always amazing. My friend always brings like nothing but the best. This
Fuck
is
yeah.
from Colorado only. We're in California, so I don't know what the heck he be doing. What do you do over there, sir? What do you do?
He be driving.
All this stuff.
This is that Got Bars collab.
Some Percy rosin watermelon Skittles. Oh my God. Stupid.
So you can see what the box looks like. So 3 grams of these. It's
See,
green.
check you out. Oh, watch out. Okay. Oh, I know the green. Sorry.
No, you're good.
And then what is this? Orange Diesel from Grape God.
Mm.
Oh.
That looks good too. Should I pull out a pipe? Are we smoking now? Should I take some dabs?
Strawberry guava. Some ice hash rosin.
Got a dry rig right here. Get the dry rig out. Get that
Dude, I
ready.
feel so happy. Every time my friend comes, it's like my birthday. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like a celebration.
Let's see if I can show you this. Flip that around real quick.
I'm such a nerd.
Look at that.
Oh, watch out. What is it?
That house brand right there. A Banana Mac.
Let's
See what else I can find.
you want this?
Bars. Sheesh.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay.
Now we
So, yeah,
smoking.
I'm high as shit right now.
Now we're fucking smoking.
There's all this beautiful stuff in front of me, and I'm just like,
Right? I want to roll a Thai stick later tonight. So for anybody who's watching, that's part of my viewership. They know how I get down.
Oh, you guys also, I think, sir, you mentioned you're doing a giveaway soon, aren't you?
I am. I'm thinking of the date. This is gonna be, you guys are getting first access to it. So
Oh,
congrats.
sorry. Should I have not? My bad.
No, you're good.
Sorry. I just did that.
You're good. They got
All right, well, he's doing a giveaway first. On my show right here, everyone. First drop.
Yeah.
Thank
You guys-
you. Sorry. Boop, pew, pew.
I'm gonna do 5 winners. Boom, real easy to keep count, right? One for each finger, and then I want to make sure that at least one of them is a female winner because we gotta have some fucking fairness. And honestly, that's about my viewership now. It's about 20% female. The rest is all dudes. And that's cool. Fuck it, you know. But I want to make sure that at least one person is a female winner because we have some amazing giveaways. I got over $1,000 in glass already spent. I got fucking different artists pitching in and trying to be part of it. And I got, if you're in LA, you can win some meds from the house brand. I'm thinking maybe like a half ounce. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And then we got a couple baller jars, of course. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. This is my baller jar, so you can get a cool little example.
Watch out. Okay.
Yeah, made by Orion Glass. He does really good work. Yeah. And did I tell you I went to a legal dispensary recently?
No, you didn't.
Dude. So I went for the first time to a legal dispensary since it's been legal. I don't know what happened. It sent me away. Now I'm back. Okay. And they charged me $80 for this gram.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
And
Do you have a rec?
No, I'm 20. I'm over 21.
Yeah, but they'll take the tax off, right? 10%, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have really helped much.
Is it worth it though? Really? Like, I guess.
No.
At the end of the day.
Well, never going
It makes sense. End of the year. Oh, yeah.
The traditional market. Yeah,
What
I
did you
prefer.
say? Say it again, sir.
I said I'm never going back to the legal market. Yeah, I prefer the traditional market.
Yeah, I hear you though, low key.
That's where the
I
fire.
really do. I really do because a friend of mine we were just talking about that. Yeah, I have a friend in the background. Say hi, background.
Hi, background.
Background. I'm just kidding. No, can I say your name? Oh, okay. So I have a friend who works in the legal market. He works in the legal market.
Can't say his name.
Yeah, so he knows all about the headache. Trust me. We talk about it sometimes, and I talk about, the fact that I can't afford to go legal right now in my life. I hope someday maybe, or maybe not. To be honest, I hear what you're saying. I hear it on both sides. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think this is something that they rolled out correctly. I think that Prop 64 was a fucking joke.
That part, all the way. That part.
Yeah, I don't think that they rolled it out right at all. And I'm not even mad that is legal. I'm mad that they're not doing any of the right shit for it. Instead, we get to sit here and look like idiots, and they make us villains and shit. We're good dudes, dude. I donate all the time. I fucking take care of people. Like, I work my ass off, but I guess not. I guess I am what they call an illegal drug dealer, and that's so weird to me.
It is weird because we're essential right now.
Yeah.
It's not exactly. He said it's not what we voted for. So should I drop my phone? Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's definitely pretty fucked up, the situations that we're put in, because and how many states now? We were deemed essential workers, and like everything was just kind of washed away, like it was nothing, which is great. But at the same time, it's like, what the fuck? We're still kind of subject to legal issues, which is like, when is the change gonna happen? You know?
Amen. I mean, they'd have to abolish everything that they've done. They'd have to throw that whole thing out the window and start over. And they won't let us sit at the table long enough to hear us talk, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
How do you think the market's changed since COVID and all this shit has happened?
The COVID pandemic really it's changing the landscape of what the traditional market looks like. A lot of smaller not smaller fish, but like smaller people who are working in the industry itself have been forced out financially and just socially because of it. A lot of people who don't have the brand recognition to stay relevant won't be around, and it's really unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've already heard of probably like 4 or 5 people who just went back to their regular job that they had 4 years ago before they started their thing, and then that's all. They couldn't physically hustle or work anything up, you know, to make it work. And let's be real, the word hustle is not a bad thing. It just means that you're working, you know, you're making things happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hustle just isn't in some people, and they throw in the towel to make it comfortable. And so we've gotten to see exactly who's doing what, you know, like if everybody's at home and you're outside, you're gonna see who's outside, you know. If everybody's at home and you're at home, you don't know what's going on out there. And so we kind of are headed in the hole. It only came out for air as necessary. Everything else, we stayed pretty steady with following guidelines and rules and stuff. But it definitely has changed the landscape of what it's going to look like. I don't think that a lot of people are going to be back next season. Prices are already going up for weed because farmers didn't grow. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's crazy. We're going to see a different community for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. 110%. I think that also, like, I went to Esesh yesterday for the first time. And the market has completely changed. It's gone up for sure. In both, a little bit in the legal market, in the dispensaries and stuff, not very much, but definitely in the black market, in gray market, traditional market.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people are paying like I've gotten flour over the last few weeks, and it's cost me like almost $400 a zip. You know, that shit's expensive. Yeah. Like that shit's expensive.
Yeah. Definitely 300, 400. There's definitely, the prices are insane. It's great though. It's great for the growers. They've been waiting for this moment, which is good. It's their moment, I guess. But you know, I think it's dope. But at the same time, you know, what is it? We were saying yesterday, it's a catch-22. You know. Yeah,
definitely is.
So, what do you think about the protests? Has that done anything to change anything? What do you think about that?
I can tell you that just because it's quiet now doesn't mean that it's over. Meaning that I know if they don't indict these cops, if they don't get tried, like actually tried and convicted, then it's all gonna start back up.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, just because it's a little quiet right now doesn't mean that we're silent. It's not over.
No, it's over. We're just quiet. We just got peaceful, you know what I mean? We're getting ourselves together with the rest of the Kayas, you know? We're getting together as a group. I've heard a lot of people try to divide the group, and it didn't make sense to me because when we were handing out water and supplies to people protesting, we weren't, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't go, here you go, dog, you're black, let me give you this. Yo, you're white, let me give you this. Like, we said, yo, do you need water, bro? You guys are people. You guys are out here busting your ass. You guys are working for a common message. What do you need? Water? Do you need snacks? What do you need? And that's what we did, you know? Like, it was what we could do and keep us out of trouble because we know
Yeah,
ourselves.
that was awesome. I saw you were out there. You were doing your thing. You were even at water. What? You were really like, that's some good shit. I'm really proud of you, sir. Good shit, man.
I mean, I didn't do it for that reason. I did it because
There you go.
a lot of people who couldn't go out there, you know? Like, I got some friends who are young black dads who they got babies at home. They can't, you know what I mean? They can't be getting caught up in that, you know? So it was our job to say, yo, we're going to go out there for you. We're going to go out there for you and make sure that your message is heard. But we're not going to say shit because we can't say shit. Who are we? You know what I mean? We all grew up diversified and fucking locked away from each other as it was. Well, like, who are we to say anything, you know? So
Yeah.
we went about it that way. That was how we felt was the proper way to do it. We went with support. We wanted to make sure that they knew what they were doing was important. Um, like for me personally, like I'd see people who were like beat red, like ready to give up and go home. You know, like fuck it, it's over. Like this is the last turn, and I'm going home. You know, I'm walking back to my car and giving
Bullshit, though. That's so stupid. At the end of the day, it's like it's never over until
yeah.
there's a change.
But when you give them the water and you tell them, yo, what you're doing is important, thank you. Like you see their whole demeanor change. Like they get the second and third win. Like fuck it, let's go. You're right. This is mandatory. We got to do this shit. You know what I mean? Like there was just something about that was just so fucking. It was so gratifying. Like I didn't need anything else. Like I didn't need anybody to give me any kind of praise or think that I'm anything more than I am. I'm not. I'm a piece of shit and I know it. But working on that, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to
I
stay a
get
piece.
it. No, I get it though. I get it. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, no, a lot of people.
You're like, I'm only human. I'm just a regular
Ooh,
Joe
that's
Schmo.
all
I'm
crazy.
doing my part pretty much.
Yeah, people have done shit for me. You know what I mean? Like,
But you're a good guy. You know you are. That's awesome.
so you went to the sesh. How was the environment? How do you like? Were they doing anything special as far as social distancing? Like, what was the vibe? Or was it like over
It
the car?
was people had masks on. People had masks on. And yeah, I mean, it seemed like when I showed up super late, so I was good. I felt good. There wasn't like very many people there, so it was spread out for the most part. So it was chill. Yeah. But I heard it was like a little more packed earlier, but I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so why are you an advocate, sir, for cannabis? What got you smoking in the first place? Like, how old were you? All that cool stuff.
Well, I was born in '92, and one of the very first movies I ever fucking fell in love with was Dazed and Confused.
Yes. Okay, old soul.
You know, I thought that was exactly how high school was going to be, and that's exactly.
I love it. I love it.
I made high school like that, so that was
Okay.
that vibe come with high school, and that was a huge influence on me. But my dad and mom were like heavy into drugs, and weed was like that. Like it was like cigarettes at the time. Like you know what I mean? Like it didn't matter. Everything else mattered. But my mom got sober and stopped doing everything, right? And so I'm living with my mom. I got my brothers. My older brother is doing drugs. I got another fucking cousin who's on drugs. I got another cousin who's on opiates, tough. Like, and I'm sitting there like, yo, like,
This
why
is
don't you
just hurting you.
like stop this shit? It's crazy. Just smoke weed. Like, talk to me. Come through, smoke weed with me. I'll smoke you under the table till you pass out. Like, if that's what it takes for you to fucking be happy, but you don't need to be poisoning yourself with that bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? And at one point in time, after my mom got out of rehab and shit, like I just remember saying to myself, like, if weed is my therapy. Weed is my medicine. Weed is what helps my ADD stop and give me a second to think about what I'm saying before I say it. And because of all of those things and the way I grew up and the fact that weed literally saved my brother's life, like, you know, like I gotta say, like, I'll always be an advocate for weed. I don't have kids yet, but I couldn't imagine telling my kids no, don't smoke weed. You know what I mean? Not now is one thing. If there's a time and place is another thing. But to just arbitrarily be like, no, don't do it. It's a drug. That's ignorant, and I don't think that
I
anybody's
agree.
that ignorant about anything. I don't like pills. I can't stand them.
I'm the same way.
my-
I was raised like holistic, naturopath. My mom made a point of like, unless it's an emergency, don't take the meds. You can.
Yeah, and even then, like, it's like I've had broken limbs and stuff, and they were like, "Yo, do you want us to give you Vicodin for it?" And I'm like, "Nah, I won't use them." And I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I've gone 6 months on casts and shit, and still nothing, no Vicodin, nothing, no painkillers. Just go, we're good. I can put some ice on it, I'll be all right. But I think I've only gone over the last 14 years of smoking weed. I think I've only gone like 6 months without smoking weed that whole time. Maybe a year total that whole time.
Yeah, you beat me. You're way better than me. Maybe a month since I was like, I don't even want to say. I feel bad, but sorry.
A 9-month goal one year, like on the 1st of July, I'm like, I'm not gonna smoke to my birthday, and I did it. But outside of that, like, it was like, I need a tolerance break. I'm gonna stop smoking for 3 days, and then that stacked up for like another 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't count. It's not the same thing. If it's like 2-3 weeks, then you're fine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with you though. I feel like at the end of the day, for me too, bud is like a natural painkiller, opposed to like pharmaceuticals, which I'm just not into personally. It's just not my thing. It's never been my thing. Like you, I've had surgeries in my life. I've had health issues. They've tried to give me all sorts of shit, and I'm not into it. I've tried it, and I've seen the side effects, and I'm like, why did I do this in the first place?
Oh,
So even like out of desperation, because normally I would never, but out of desperation, I'm like, let me just fucking try this shit. But at the end of the day, the side effects are just not worth it. It's a better natural alternative. I believe in CBD and THC all the way, not just one or the other. I totally advocate for both. I believe more so in full spectrum for me personally when it comes to CBD. And I dab all day long, but I mostly dab like rosin, and that's normally what I'm doing. But I love it. And at the end of the day, I feel like I totally agree with you. It ruins people's lives, families, all sorts of shit. And unfortunately, it's the best alternative, but a lot of people just don't, because the stigma, they're a little scared,
Yeah, and I've kind of spent, especially the last 5 years, not only just trying to completely change that stigma, but saying fuck that stigma across the board.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I go, I smoke, even if it's not legal. If I'm in a different state and they're like, yo, you're not allowed to smoke that here, it's like, oh, all right, I'll put it out, bro, my bad. Like,
right, that shit's like affected me for the better, not for the worse.
Yeah, you didn't need, like, I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses. Why am I smoking? I'm smoking weed because it's weed. What are you fucking talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I've had people literally try to kick me out of spots. Like, I've been kicked out of Dodger Stadium twice. Shut up. It's not funny. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. How did that happen? You were fighting?
That's for you. No,
I was fighting.
I wasn't fighting. So the first time I got kicked out of Dodger Stadium, we had just got drinks and we hadn't even gotten to our seats for the opening pitch. We went to the smoking section and I pulled out a big old joint like this and I wrapped it in wax and I lit it and it was like, right? And then it starts smoking. We smoke. It gets done. I put it out and then him and Biggs walked away. Me and Nick were still there. Nick's not even smoking. I'm the only one smoking. I put it in the thing. And as I'm walking away, security walks up and goes, hey, you two, come here. And I'm like, yo, what up? Long story short, they end up talking to us like children. And that fool something like, yo, why the fuck would I watch my mouth? I'm a grown ass fucking man. And they're like, all right, cool, you guys can leave. And that was it. We got kicked out. So, I mean, technically, I didn't get kicked out for weed. I got kicked out because Nick has a big mouth.
Nick is cool. He's fucking crazy. I can totally see him doing that though. That makes sense.
And then I think the second time I got kicked out of Dodger Stadium, I was drunk, and I didn't see the security guard's shirt. I seen the jacket, but I didn't see the shirt, and I was like, "This fucking idiot wearing a jacket!" Like, I don't know why. I was hot. You know what I mean? I was hot.
You were bullying somebody. You're so mean.
I
Come
wasn't
on,
even.
sir. What the fuck? You're like, fuck your jacket. Fuck your jacket.
I remember
that would happen.
How I even caught the guy. He walked past me from behind and like bumped me a little bit when I was like mid drink, and I'm like, motherfucker, and like I just finished the drink, and then I was like, I kept seeing him, like, you know what? Hey, look at this fucking asshole with this jacket, and he turns around and says, "Excuse me." I'm like, you heard me? Because I was already too deep. I was too deep.
He bullied you, low key. He fucked up your drink.
I was about to say, low key flipped it on me quick. He's like, all right, well, you check out, you can leave, and I'm like, fuck. Fourth inning, that sucks. Yeah, so I don't allowed at Dodger Stadium anymore, but I treat it like Mexico. I show up, worst thing that can happen, they send me home.
Man, I miss Dodger games. I used to go all the time. That's my shit, low key. I'm not even gonna lie.
Opening day, dude.
I love going to baseball. Yeah, exactly. I love going to baseball games. I love them. They're so much fun. Dodger games, not baseball games. Excuse me, just Dodger games. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Just had to.
I grew up going to Dodger and Angel games because I wasn't. Yeah. Because I wasn't.
You mentioned you were a chef somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Where were you a chef at?
So I worked at it was Tessie Cleveland Community Center in like Gardena Carson area.
Okay.
I there for a couple of years, and then from there I went to Hotel Figueroa right downtown, and it was I worked under Chef Jacob, and he was an amazing teacher, and he was awesome. He was the chef de cuisine, so everything had to be perfect. I started working there right before the summer, so when summer was in full swing, we were getting a lot of critics and reviews for the new poolside veranda kitchen that we had, and it was a full service kitchen that I was part of. It was a 3-man.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
So I got to cook for LA Times a few times.
Watch out. Look at you. So you'll come back if I'm going to do like a baking and a cooking segment. You'll come back, right? And you'll be on my show?
I would have so much fun doing that stuff.
Oh, yes. I'm so down. Okay, yeah.
It won't be over Skype. We'll just do a show and put it out.
Yeah, I'll have to get some house brand product, and then I'll just make my own butter or oil or something, and then
yeah, definitely
choose like a dish of your choice, or like some baked good or something, and then
why don't you take 2 parts of the same dish and just cook them for each other, and then make it one dish? Squad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Awesome. I'm so thankful. Thank you.
Definitely.
Hopefully we'll get to go back into the LA Times or something awesome like that.
All right. We'll submit it. Just submit it. Worst thing that happens is the writer's like, oh, this is garbage. We still submitted it.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit about this yesterday, but what do you think about the traditional market, or what some people call the black or the gray market, and the legal market?
The streets are always going to need the black market, always, because
they've always been around.
There's always be red tape. You know, there's always going to be something that gets in somebody's way. Like, for example, like if you came here illegally and you still want to smoke weed, it's like you don't have an ID, fam. Like, how are you going to get a card so you can go to the dispensary? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to have to go hit up the homie's older brother. And it's like, yeah, fuck that. Like, you know what I mean? I want it available to everybody, not just fucking those who can get it, and those who have wherewithal to figure it out. Like, I want it to be readily available to everybody. You should be able to see that shit at 7-Elevens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about it.
I totally agree. I feel like at the end of the day, we are definitely a necessity for people that can't necessarily afford the dispensary, they can't access it for whatever reason. You know, the good thing about a lot of the vendors at the events like that we used to go to is that we have delivery services, curbside pickup now since this virus shit happened, the quarantine happened. Like we really have come through when it comes to being an essential worker and showing up and helping people out and doing deliveries and the curbside pickups and all that shit, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. The pop-ups and all that stuff, that's all important. Um,
Really is.
Believe it or not, during this whole pandemic time, like the amount of suicides that went up is ridiculous. Like
Oh
that,
yeah,
it's
it makes
not,
sense though. We were all locked in.
yeah.
I mean, and some people were stronger than others, low key. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but it's the truth. And
Well, I mean, think, like how many people did you used to see all the time that would come by your booth and go, "Oh, I'll come back around." You know what I mean? And then they came back around. There's none of that for this whole pandemic era. This whole time right now, it's been I don't know where to get weed, or I know who has weed, but that's it. Whatever they have is what they have. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of a slowdown on a lot of points, and that can be dangerous. Like you cut people off from their medicine or their alcohol or whatever they're into, like that could be potentially dangerous to somebody's psyche. You know?
yeah,
And
definitely.
like you said, the sun. We didn't get the sun. We're all locked inside our house. How do you go outside to fucking see the sun? How do you get that vitamin D to make you feel good? You know, you get that.
Exactly. You need those
Like,
endorphins at the end of the day.
you know, there's a reason people stay out in Venice and Santa Monica and stuff and South
Yeah,
Bay. Like, you need that sun.
yeah. I totally agree. Um, I mean, personally, I feel like some people took it as like a movement to just kind of like do something different, learn something new, hobbies, this and that. But not everyone was like that. It was really scary for some people, or most people, to be honest with you. So it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I look, anybody who's like, oh, I wasn't afraid, that's because you're fucking ignorant. As soon
Right.
as
I was. I know I was.
that'd be
Like
bad.
some points, you know, I got to calm myself down and try to be like, you know, it's in God's hands and whatnot. Or, but yeah.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time sitting there going, God damn, like this is terrifying. Like like this got bad. It's just getting worse. And every day we wait, it's gonna get worse. And luckily it didn't get too much worse, you know. Luckily it kind of plateaued. At least around here. I don't it didn't do much around here. Like I'm not certain stores are gone, certain places are done, but I
I
drove
mean,
today and it seems like everybody fucking it turned LA back on, you know? Like somebody hit the
right.
speed.
I was just gonna say that. Not just LA. It seems like a lot of places are just open again. So it is what it is. I have like health conditions and stuff like that, so that I'm not sure if I should like really be like out and about with like a huge crowd right now.
Right, of
I
course.
did make signs and support for the protests and things like that, but I was like kind of on the sidelines. You know what I mean? I wasn't like all the way up in it. And
Yeah. Well, I
I
heard
have my
recently
masks
that
and I have like two
asymptomatic.
masks on.
I heard recently that if you're asymptomatic, you the chances of you the chances of somebody else getting it from you because you're asymptomatic are so exponentially low they're almost non-existent. So I mean
Right.
that
And
which
I
basically
have been around folks and like I
yeah
think I'm good. I don't know. I honestly
yeah
don't know.
right here of course that's kind of where I'm at. I still got my mask right here. Like I'm not taking no
I got
chances.
mine too.
I'm going out to Vegas. I'm not gonna be out there hanging out and
My
making
homegirl
out.
made this for me. Rebel doll. She's awesome.
Gang.
Shout out Rebel doll. But yeah, sir. What advice would you give to like new vendors or anyone like trying to get into the industry, trying to like start seshing? I mean, obviously, I feel like at some point you want to get not necessarily out of the sesh life, but you're working towards something more.
Yeah,
But
of course.
you know, there are people that's where you start. You know, so what kind of advice would you give to them?
Um, the biggest advice I can give anybody in this business, especially now, would be don't undersell yourself. If you're doing something for somebody, make sure that you know your value for it. You know what I mean? Don't think that because you are good at something, you can do it for free. That's not the case. You need to make sure that you're supporting yourself and believing in yourself the same way that the person buying your. Otherwise, the person who doesn't believe in themselves is exactly who's not going to buy the product. You know, they're not going to see you and go, "Oh, let me get that." They're going to go, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?" You
I
know what I mean?
totally agree. You have to be passionate about what you're doing. I see that in your business. I see that with what you do. You know, you have to feel that passion, and it has to show. You know, you could sit there and talk about it all day, and it might not even be your shit. You could just be the middleman, but you have to
Right.
show that you're passionate about it. You know, and that you put your love into whatever that you do. Otherwise, you're right. People are gonna look at you like you're full of shit. Nobody wants
It's
to
not.
get.
It's just like you have to remember, like, just because it looks easy doesn't make it easy. It's a job. Like everything you do in life is gonna be a job. You got to get used to that. You
Yeah,
don't
I
want
agree.
a shit job. Make it fun. Have a good time with it. You know what I mean? Like enjoy the time you have there. Learn something from it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I learned so much from this job that has nothing to do with extraction. You know what I mean? Like it's taught me so much about life. Like I can honestly say I'm in a much better place than I was when I started here 5 years
I
ago.
agree.
You know?
I agree. I mean, I definitely at the events, the sessions, I've struggled at times. Like, you know, there's a lot of competition, a lot of copycats, a lot of greed, a lot of bad stuff. There's also a lot of really good stuff, like a lot of really awesome vendors, people that support each other, you know, good connections, good relationships that you can establish there, you know, networking and all that. And that's what I love about these events for me personally.
Right.
You know, did I make a whole shit ton of money there? No, sometimes not really. You know, it depends. It really just depended on where
Not
it
yet.
was.
Give me some time.
Um, yeah. So, and you know, my safety comes first now, so things are a little bit different and things like that. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's definitely a stepping stone for me. Like that's where I started and you know came up from, and that's where I met you. So I think it's freaking awesome. But
Right.
uh, you know, and is there anything like any type of innovations or anything that you can suggest, like what you want to see different in the industry? Sir?
I think what I want to see is I want to see. I kind of want to see a switch off from the how do you say like influencer model that we have now. I want to start seeing brand ambassador models. I want to start seeing people who are knowledgeable about a product and knowledgeable
Support it. Yeah.
about why it's important and why this product is necessary to the culture. But I think that we need to get away from people who have nothing to do with it outside of them smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like if you haven't operated a grow up, you haven't helped out in
Trimming or even the basic
way,
shit.
like even if it's just in a purely knowledgeable way. Like Adam Hill, I did not like that guy at first. There's something about him I didn't like, and I didn't understand it. And then I got to know him more, and we started playing dominoes and really started to talk to each other, figuring out well, what the fuck's this guy's
I
deal.
remember that. It was where was it at? Green
Green
light.
light, yeah,
Yeah. I remember
and,
seeing that. That was so funny. You guys would like set up the tables.
yeah,
Yeah, cool. Yeah. You guys are hilarious. That was really funny. You were
yeah,
always like clowning, playing dominoes like some old
all the
men
time,
chilling
yeah,
in
all
the
the time. It was
middle of
awesome. But we ended up playing dominoes for a while and just hitting this point where we're like, yo, like my bad, dude. I'm sorry. I was an asshole. And he was like, yeah, I was an asshole. Too. I thought you were just some fucking grinding ass little kid. It didn't fucking matter, you know. Like I appreciate it. I just thought you were some rich kid from the valley, you know. And he was like, no, I wish. No, you don't. Yeah. So we talked, and I like what he does. His model is different than just influencing, you know.
Yeah.
He takes a support role. He's a cannabis host, yeah, but he's also a cannabis educator and a student of what cannabis really is. So I give him his credit, you know what I mean? And then there's like the other side of the spectrum, like Got Bars, same similar cat. Like
He's a funny guy.
Really, yeah, funny as hell. I love
He
the
is.
kid. I've known him since he wasn't legal, like legal age. Like he was 17. You know what I mean? Like, and he is more of the I'm gonna take my face and make it. I'm gonna make it famous because I want to trap and I want to succeed and I want to win, and that's what you should be doing. And I absolutely love that. Like that is a positive way to go about creating a better world for yourself.
I totally freaking agree.
It's not
I
just
totally
sitting there
agree.
taking dabs and going, "Hey man, watch this big ass cloud,"
And that's
you know,
it.
and that's
No
it.
content. Just some.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's it.
you know what I realized? It's always the same shit on a lot of these lives. Hey, what's up, guys? What strain are you smoking? How you smoking it? Cool.
The rest of the white ones are better.
You know, it's like that's it, and it's on repeat.
Yeah.
It's cool for like 2 seconds, and then it gets a little boring. You know, at the end of the day, like let's talk about something instead of just the same old shit that you could see every day. We've been in quarantine. Everybody's doing that shit. Like talk about something different. Talk about something important. Like if you're really about a cause, then like bring it up. Use your social media for that. You know.
Only the old ones.
Right. I mean, part of me just thinks that part of me
There's only 2 flavors in the gold boxes.
part of me believes that if
They're batters and
you're contributing to the community, you're part of the community. Period. Okay. Now, if you're contributing time and energy and forethought, then definitely. Other than I have to get off this in about 2 seconds, so I'm gonna try to wrap this thought up.
No, you're good. You're good.
If you're not, you're technically you're a leech. You're a parasite. You're feeding off of a culture that you don't quite understand, and this culture was built off of a couple different things. One is the rebellion culture of young teenage angst and not wanting to be controlled, and the other is the 1960s to 1970s hippie movement where all was love and we should all love. That being said, like there's a duality in this culture of you need to respect and love each other, but do not disrespect or hate on any of us because we will fucking stomp you out, making sure you're not in this community anymore. And that right there, I think is still missing. I think people think that it's a game, and people think that, oh, I'm gonna do this because selling weed looks fun and easy, and it's not. You have to develop these relationships with people, and you have to develop these.
Perfect your craft, all sorts of things.
Yeah, you have to develop the craft itself. It's not as easy as people make it look, but I mean, nothing is. If you want to be a comedian, it's not about showing up and telling jokes. It's about working on your shit. You know?
Yeah, only the batters.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, sir. Oh, where are you at? I can't hear you.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've had a blast. I can't wait till we do the cooking one.
Me too. I really appreciate you. And like I said, I have mad love and respect.
Definitely. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm glad you thought about us. I'm gonna think about you guys when we're in Vegas. Shout out all the people in the live. You guys have been dope.
And go ahead and plug your IG handle and all your information and all that stuff real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely follow me on Instagram at SERM SERM _the _holy man.
I'm gonna go ahead and type that in.
SERM is just short for sermon, just like the Bible. There's no H. And yeah, keep an eye out for that giveaway. It's gonna be amazing.
All right, you guys. So this is Serm, the holy man from the house brand, and thank you so much again, Serm. I really, 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 really appreciate you for coming on, and I hope you have a great time out there. And I can't wait for you guys to come back on, hopefully very soon, and I hope to see you soon. So much love. You guys, I'm gonna stay on just for like a few more minutes to answer any questions that I'm gonna do in the chat. I'm gonna smoke real quick, and then I'll probably be off in just about 15 minutes or so, 1:30. So. Thanks again, you guys. I'm so happy that we did this interview today. The house brand is a really, really cool brand. They have amazing products. You got to check out some of the collabs that they have out now that we mentioned earlier with IOG and Got Bars. He mentioned the baller jars. He mentioned this other thing with sauce and diamonds. It's like a double stack thing. It's pretty cool. But make sure to check them out on IG and check them out the Eseshes. You might find them there. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but they're definitely awesome. They have some great products, and like they mentioned, clean, organic. It's no bullshit. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people have this misconception that just because you're in the traditional market, you're only going to end up with shit, and that is not true at all. A lot of people cannot afford these crazy licenses to be legal, and so and some people just prefer to be in the traditional market at the end of the day. So a lot of us do pride ourselves still in high quality ingredients and products and things like that. So being organic, getting COA tested products to create our products and things like that, it's important for a lot of us. And that's another reason why I had Serm on here, because at the end of the day, he is one of those people for sure. He's a stand-up guy. He's very humble, and he prides himself on high quality products. So you guys make sure that you look into your vendors, into the brands that you're buying from. Get to know them a little. He's from LA, he's a Chicano. If you're from LA, it takes a lot of work to be out here and make it, and not just kind of fade out in the background, to be honest with you. So big ups to the house brand, big ups to Serm the Holy Man. You guys make sure that you're following him. Also, for his people, make sure you're following me at Sweet Bees LA 310 on IG, and website will be up sweetbeesla.com soon. So you guys, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and take a dab, and I'm going to go ahead and check out the chat. If you guys have any questions for me, I'll go ahead and answer them in just a minute. So you guys can go ahead and ask down below. And also, make sure to stay tuned on my IG live. I'm constantly doing giveaways. A lot of my friends are doing giveaways. I'm constantly posting on my story. So make sure to follow that. And also subscribe. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, the 420 E-sesh. And check out my channel every Saturday at 12 p.m. You guys don't forget, every Saturday at 12 p.m. I will be here. Most likely I'll do like an hour and a half segment each Saturday from about 12:30 to 1:30. So hopefully I will be here for a cool minute, because I really enjoy doing this. And right now I'm going to go ahead and take a dab and smoke some of the 710 Labs that a friend of mine brought over. So big ups, thank you, appreciate you. So guys, if you have any questions, just go ahead and comment. I can't really see unless it's on YouTube, you guys. I'm not on Twitch, so hopefully you can go ahead and go on YouTube if you have any questions. I'm gonna try this Percy Rosin Booty Orange Cream. Sorry, Mom. So gross. What a nasty name. But it smells so good. Oh my God. I'm so excited. So I'm really excited for the up and coming shows that I'm gonna have. This is my first one, so thank you again so much for tuning in, you guys. I really appreciate you. I cannot wait for what's coming up next. I'm going to be doing some cooking and baking segments, as well as interviewing more people, a lot of people that I know, a lot of the vendors from a lot of the events that I have gone to the last couple of years. So if you guys are interested in being a guest on my show, make sure that you just DM me on IG. If you know me personally, just hit me up. Make sure to text me or call me. Otherwise, you guys can find me on IG at SweetBeesLA310 on Instagram. So I can't wait for the next ones. I'm hoping to have Canna Businessman on here, and maybe Kelly Dab Queen. And if you guys have any suggestions of anyone that you would like to see on here, please let me know. Also, a friend of mine that is a chef as well, and has also been a makeup artist and a whole bunch of different things. So you guys, if you know anyone that is awesome and interesting that is willing to be interviewed, make sure to hit me up, and we'll definitely set something up with that. So I look forward to everything that's going to happen in the future, and the stab that's about to happen right now. All right. didn't really time it, but we're gonna do the hand gauge thing. What happened, Sam? You didn't do any sound effects. Oh, look, he has what is the thermometer? That's what it's called. This thing's freaking awesome. Check it out. So what do? I put it on all the way in? Okay, here we go.
It might already be too cold.
2.
No, like 540.
Oh, here, let's try that again. And you guys, thanks again to the folks, a lot of my friends that were able to tune in, my family members. I really appreciate you guys. And much love to all of you. Hopefully I will be doing a lot more giveaways in the near future. So make sure to check that out. Like I said, a lot of my friends also do a lot of giveaways, and I post that constantly on my story. Gotta get rid of the chat. Check out this rig. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's try this again.
You can actually just like touch the bottom.
Like this?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna touch it to the bottom, and we're waiting for what temp?
Right when it goes blue.
Okay, so look, it's at red. Check it. And when it goes to blue,
It'll go green.
oop. I'm scared. Is that it? Wait for it. Coming up. We're waiting for blue.
You can go ahead and start.
You ready, sir? Cheers. I can use the yellow one. Here's Angie from El Waffle Taco. Also wants to be one of the future guests. I just saw right now. Hey, Ange, how you doing? I love you. She has an awesome edibles company where they do Belgian waffles with ice cream and syrup, caramel syrup, and other syrups. And oh my God, bomb. So I'll have her on, definitely. Like I said, you guys, if there's anyone that you're interested in seeing on the show, just hit me up. Let me know. All right, you guys. Well, thank you again so much for joining me today. I really appreciate everyone that tuned in. I really appreciate my special guest, Sir the Holy Man, for being on here and supporting me, showing love, talking about really important topics and being involved with the community and things like that. So I really appreciate everyone for being here today. So thank you again. And I look forward to seeing you guys all again on Saturday, every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. in the UK. I think that's how it works. So we are global over here, just like how and Sybil says, if you guys don't follow him, he's also awesome. Locally baked, that's his name, global. Check him out. You guys make sure to follow me again on IG at SweetBeesLA310. And if you have any questions, comments, anything, don't feel scared to or shy to hit me up. I am friendly. I don't bite, I swear. Just go ahead and hit me up and I will answer any questions. If you have anyone in mind that would want to be a guest on my show, also feel free to hit me up and let me know. So again, thank you. I really appreciate all of you. Make sure to check out my products. Constantly I'm posting on my story. And like I said, if you have any questions, you want a custom order, you can always DM me. So again, thank you. I appreciate you. Check me out every Saturday. Love, kisses, besitos, all that good stuff.